Hello, Top Fan Rivalry followers. It's Bill and Big Dave. It's time for Can of Corn. Dave, how are you doing today?
Man, 'tis the season to be jolly, and the fat man here in Houston is jolly as heck.
There you
Um,
go.
it's just something about this time of year I love. It's a good day here in H Town.
Yeah. So are you going to be sliding down any chimneys or anything? Or
No, around here there's too many people that own guns in Texas, and so I don't go going into anybody's property unannounced. I just leave them at the door like Amazon these days with a nice glittery letter from Santa.
there you go. There you go. Amber and I were baseball sidekick and I last week we went to the movie theater and I've seen this movie hundreds of times. In fact, it's a rule in my house on Thanksgiving we watch it and we watch at least once a week until Christmas. And we went to the theater and we watched Christmas Vacation. They were showing it at one of those theaters that has the barking loungers that you can sit back and they bring you food, you order food, and yeah, for $5, Christmas Vacation on the big screen. Why
Love it.
not?
Definitely one of my favorite holiday movies. Me and my kids, I've made them grow up watching it. Matter of fact, last week I myself went to Alamo Christmas Vacation where they brought me my food and everything. The good thing about it, here's a really cool thing about it. I went with Orlando and some other guys here locally who've
Mhm.
never seen the movie. And I'm like, how have you never seen the movie? But regardless, watching it with somebody who hasn't seen it yet and hearing them laugh for the first time, like it made it really, I enjoyed it a lot than watching it with my wife, who's usually on her phone. So,
Yeah,
but yeah,
I
Christmas movies as I can.
yeah. So what's your favorite scene in the movie? Like, do you have a favorite?
Um, Gosh, there's so many lines. I could just go bit by bit on the lines, but cousin Eddie steals the show when he's pumping out the
Yep.
RV into the sewer there,
Merry
and
Christmas.
yeah, the
Crapper is
crapper
full.
was full. Yeah, yeah. I cleaned that up for you, Bill. I hope you appreciate it.
No, no, no. I appreciate that. Yeah. That
Yeah,
I
no,
mean you
cousin Eddie. I love cousin Eddie. Um, Bye, like Merry Christmas, kiss his ass, kiss your, like Happy Hanukkah.
happy Hanukkah.
Like Chevy's great in this one. So I like that. Die Hard is a Christmas movie. Don't at me. I like watching that. Elf is a classic. And then I save a Christmas story for Christmas Eve. It's kind of like my tradition. I save a few presents to wrap for the kiddos. I stay up late. I watch, like on TBS, they still show a Christmas story for like 24 hours straight, half while wrapping presents and having a cup of late night coffee and whatnot.
Hmm.
Tradition, right?
Tradition, of course, of course.
Yeah.
Uh, Amber loves that movie. I'm kind of six and one, half dozen another on it, just because I'm not a fan of the Ralphie character. I don't know
Mm.
why, but and Amber watches that thing religiously. I'm a
I
vacation guy.
I
What's that?
watched Christmas Story. I skip over Christmas Story Part Two. Last year they did the Christmas Story Christmas where they brought Ralph. Really good one. If you haven't seen, I believe it's on Max right now. 8-Bit Christmas with Neil Patrick Harris.
Hmm.
Definite must watch. It had me choking up. Um, for you 80s babies out there like me, definitely a lot of nostalgia in there. The Nintendo Entertainment System is involved, so definitely go watch it. And you can thank me later.
Nintendo Entertainment System. That I can't tell you how many hours I played Super Mario Brothers, and I mean, even to this day, I see it and I can still remember, okay, jump down here, go here, shoot your fireballs at this. It's just weird, right? And that
Yeah,
was back when they had the baseball game when you hit the home run, it'd make the sound.
yeah, with the bomb. And
Yeah.
Bella says hi to the broadcast. No, I just got asked this the other day about what was on the Top Fan Days of Christmas. What was your favorite gift ever? And to this day, I'm 47 now, but I unwrapped an original Nintendo Entertainment System. My mom bought it for me, and I remember screeching, as most like 7 year olds do. And all I had was Super Mario and Duck Hunt, and I played that game. And I played that game. I still have my Nintendo. I have fired it back up, and safe to say, I can save the princess in less than 7. Played it enough. It was like, okay, forget all the points, forget all the coins. How fast can you run through, hit all the warps, and save the princess? So that was the challenge we did. I used to have it down under 5, but 7, that's respectable for not playing it for a while.
Absolutely. The other really cool game on that system is, and my cousin he has a system. Gosh, I forget what it was called, but it basically it took the best of like Nintendo and Atari and mirrored these different games, and you could buy this different. It's almost like a disc, right? And I don't remember what it's called now, but it had Mike Tyson's
Mm-hmm.
Punch Out on it, and I love me some Mike Tyson's
Mm,
Punch Out. I mean,
yeah.
you could play that thing forever too. I don't know if you ever did that or not on Nintendo, but man, you can play
I
that.
never beat Mike Tyson. Not
Really?
once. Never.
Yeah.
Never.
I did a couple of times.
Never.
I did a couple of times. So
Excite Bike. That was another great game on there.
Type
The
Bike,
dirt bike.
Paperboy. Yep.
We could talk video games, but again, this is a baseball show. I'd
Baseball
like to take
show.
a second on behalf of the Houston Astros, check out that gorgeous camo hat, and say thank you to Bill and Dodger Nation for trading us Yordan Alvarez. I would be remiss if I did not say thanks in this wonderful season full of gratitude and greetings. So thank you, Bill. Merry Christmas to you and all of Shohei Nation. Thank you for, I know you got your guy, but you gave us our guy a couple years ago.
Yes, we did. You are welcome. It's awesome like that. As Dave mentioned, this is a baseball show. Unfortunately, it's the week of Christmas, which I love this time of year, but there's not a lot going on. And I refuse to talk about rumors. I mean, we can talk about Uncle Stevie having a date over and Yamamoto, whatever, but there's no reason to talk rumors.
Yeah,
I'm
I
the
mean,
guy that
look,
go ahead, Dave. Go ahead.
yeah, that all the talk in baseball right now is revolving around the Dodger organization, and let's just say we don't need to talk about Shohei, um, but yeah. I mean, what else is going? Pitchers report, then we'll get fired back up and smell the fresh cut grass. But it's Christmas time, you know. I'm not like Bill. Okay, well I am like Bill. He put me in the hot seat last week,
Oh,
and
here we go.
and so I thought, what would be a better opportunity than a slow sports show than to get him back?
Here we go. Sign me
So
up. I knew something was going to happen, boys and girls. I just didn't know when or where, but let's do
holiday
it.
and
I'm
just
sitting down. Let's make it happen.
yeah, no, I want to. If I've got a beef with somebody, I don't want to wait. I just want to get up to it and get onto it, and then we can. If we're not friends we can be friends beginning of next year again. So, but I've got a plethora of hard decisions for you to make here, buddy. Okay.
Okay, let's do it.
Um, I've got 6 different categories of or cut them dedicated to that wonderful Pantone blue existence in Chavez Ravine, known as the Los Angeles Dodgers, formerly known as the Brooklyn Dodgers. So I'm going to go easy with you, okay? We're going to start off simple, but the man behind the plate. Start one, bench one, cut one. We're going catchers. Campy, Roy Campanella, Mike Piazza, or the first guy to win a World Series and coach World Series, Mike?
Okay, this is easy. You're going to start Piazza. You're gonna bench Campy, and Mike Socha. You ain't gotta leave, but you gotta get the heck out of here.
Okay, all right. Well, you're putting a Hall of Famer on the bench. Well, I mean, for another one. So
Yeah, exactly.
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Yeah. I said I was starting off easy. I wanted you to get, thought maybe, oh, this is, a
I'm feeling real comfortable about this. Let me tell
shooting
you.
fish in a barrel. Let's move on down to first base here.
Okay.
Let's see if I Gil Hodges. And for you people that don't know Gil Hodges, go do some research. Gil the
Mm-hmm.
Thrill. Adrian Gonzalez
Mm-hmm.
and Stephen Garvey.
Okay. Okay. So now you're getting personal because Garvey's my favorite player.
Garvey's your boy.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have the chops?
I'm actually going to start. So you said Garvey, you said Gil Hodges, and you said who else?
Gonzalez.
Gonzalez. Okay. Gonzalez is getting cut.
Adrian Gonzalez.
Adrian Gonzalez is going to get cut. Gil Hodges is going to start. Garvey's going to sit the pine.
You're sitting your guy down.
Listen, if I got to play to win, I got to play to win. Gil Hodges what's up? See, Bella even agrees.
Yeah, no,
so,
Bella's just mad at me because I'm not talking Astros. Go ahead.
There you go. There you go. But Garvey is definitely worth the Hall of Fame. But Gil Hodges is too. So, and Gil Hodges did more in that Brooklyn era. Yeah, I'm gonna say Gil Hodges. And besides for that, Gil was just that. Yeah, yeah. I'll say Gil. It's hard for me to bench Garvey, but I'll say Gil.
That's the same way I'd win. Hodges is a generational talent. I mean, that team in Brooklyn, there were so many great stars on there. So I'm not mad at you. I just I didn't know cut him so quickly. You Dodger fans are fickle, y'all. Y'all forget a lot of stuff quickly and move on. Anyway, all right. So since we're talking Brooklyn, all right, let's go on over to where all the action happens. Okay. So start one, bench one, cut one. The Penguin, Ron Say, Pee Wee Reese, and his battery mate there.
His battery mate who?
Jackie Robinson.
Jackie Robinson. Okay, Jackie Robinson starts. There's no way you don't. Pee Wee Reese has got to sit the pine. Unfortunately, Ron Say has to be cut, and that's hard because I like Ron Say a lot. There is never
for the Penguin.
Yeah, there's never a way where you would Jackie. You talked about Yordan Alvarez, and thank you for Yordan Alvarez. Without Jackie, there's no Yordan. And so, how could you say
True.
Without Jackie, there's no Frommer, there's no Jose Altuve, right? There's no. So you can't not start Jackie. So you got to start Jackie. Pee Wee Reese was the guy though that said straight up and straight out, this is the way it's going to roll, and we're going to accept this guy. He was a great talent, Hall of Famer guy. Ron Say, arguably one of the best third basemen of his generation, but he's not the caliber of the other two. And Ron Say, I bet you would say that.
Okay. All right. Yeah, maybe that was a little easier than I thought. I mean, there's not a world where Jackie Robinson doesn't start on anybody's roster. I don't believe.
Yeah.
All right. Well, since we're so close there, let's trip on out to the outfield. All right. See if I can make these a little bit harder for you. I definitely know the last one's probably going to burn a little bit, but here we go. Let's give it a shot. And I gave you an out on this one, I think, but this is actually one of my favorite Dodgers, Matt Kemp. Okay. The Duke Snyder, and Zach Wheat.
Zach Wheat, huh? Hmm.
Duke Snyder and Matt Kemp.
You got to start the Duke because first of all, he's in a song, right? Mickey and the Duke talking baseball,
Yeah, yeah.
right?
No, I mean, can't
That
argue with that.
and the dude said in an interview, "I hate Halloween because of its colors." He would never play for the Giants. Duke is just awesome like that. Um, so Duke starting. Matt Kemp's got to sit the pine. So there you go. There's your
So long, buckwheat. All right.
yeah. Zach, letting go of Zach is tough. Matt Kemp in his Dodger years, in his prime years, Matt Kemp was really, really good. But he also played during a time when a lot of other superstars were really good too. And so
Yeah.
people, but I watched
It
that
was
dude and
overshadowed a lot.
mhm.
But to notice you in Dodger blue. So shout out to Matt Kemp there. I do like Matt Kemp. But yeah, you know, the Duke is the Duke. All right, what else we got here? Let's see. What about some pitching? All
Okay.
right. All right. Let's go a little new here. Your boy Clayton Kershaw. I know you
Hmm.
love Clayton. Oral Hershiser
Hmm.
and Hideo Nomo.
Okay. All right. So this one's going to surprise you. Okay. I'm going to start Clayton because if you're talking about Clayton in his prime, of those three guys, there's nobody better. I'm going to bench Oral Hershiser because you got to have that heart. And Hideo Nomo, unfortunately, I mean, the guy pitched no hitter and he had a very good career, but he's got to go. Now, you also didn't know this, but I had a friend of mine. Yeah.
Shohei, make a note. Bill just cut Hideo Nomo. So
Yeah,
I
I
mean,
know. Write it down. Next time he calls me, I won't send him a voicemail. I'll
yeah.
take it. But you don't know this, but I had a friend of mine who passed away in high school of brain cancer. And the year before he passed away, he went to Williamsport, Pennsylvania, or a couple years before he passed away. He went to Williamsport, Pennsylvania. And this is back before ESPN covered the Little League World Series and everything like that. And Oral Hershiser was there and gave him a signed bat and signed ball and spent some time with him. And he came back and it really meant something to him. And the fact that Oral spent so much time with him. And so to me, Oral is a really, really, really good guy in my book. So as he's gotten older, though, I hear that he makes some inappropriate comments to people, but it's okay. I like Oral.
All right. So no love for Nomo. All right. All right. All right. Well, you've trudged through my Shawshank Redemption getaway minefield with the effortlessness of a ballet dancer. So I'm hoping with this last one here that I can give you something to gut punch you like you did. I just want you to know I received death threats after cutting Bagwell. And Jeff is still not talking to me. I sent him some big league chew and smooth over. But here we go. I gotta stump him yet. Y'all see me. I'm troubled that he's been so he can just cut Nomo. No problem. All right. Start one, cut one, bench one. Not only bench one, but all of his Dodger stats are forever erased from history.
Now you're really trying to get into it. All right.
Don Sutton,
Uh-huh.
Venezuela, and the man Sandy Koufax.
Okay. So so this one's interesting because you've got two Hall of Famers and you've got one Hall of Very Good, right? But
Definitely one of the most beloved Dodgers of all time.
mhm, mhm. Okay.
Fernando Mania was hot.
So if I take emotion out of it, I got to go one way. If I put emotion into it, I got to go another way. So I'm going to
Don't
go.
justify it. Don't rationalize it. I want
Uh,
to hear your pain.
No, so I'm going to tell you my answer, and then I'm going to ask you which direction you thought I went. Okay. You start Sandy. Okay. You bench Fernando, and you cut Don Sutton.
I didn't think you'd go that way. I
So
thought Fernando was going to get the cut from you, and I was waiting to hear Dodger Nation pound your door down.
that's the
Tommy
emotion side. The logical
Tommy
side would have
Lasorda would
said,
have rolled around in his grave.
yeah. The logical side says cut Fernando, but it's hard to cut a guy who brought um an entire community to the stadium. So
Yeah, no.
see,
Fernando Mania was a phenomenon. Like
mhm,
it, we were hearing about this guy over here, and I remember being a young guy thinking, as the young husky kid, okay, seeing a guy that was a little portly around the edges out there just owning it, loved it.
yeah,
Loved
yeah.
world, and the
So
but
did you
yeah,
know did you know why that was such a big deal in LA?
Fernando Mania.
Uh-huh.
No, fill me in.
So Chavez Ravine used to be an area where a lot of Latin community was,
Mm-hmm.
where they would come down the hill and do a lot of farm working and then go back up the hill. But it was an area where it's hard to get to. The police department didn't like it. It wasn't a bad area by any way, shape, or form, but it was a very rundown Latin area. And when O'Malley had basically decided to keep the team in Brooklyn, he was taken, and he hadn't said anything, but he had taken a helicopter ride and with uh, a gal or one gal and a guy named Khan, who happened to be a county commissioner or one of the county commissioners, and they flew over in the helicopter over Chavez Ravine. And Walter O'Malley looked down and he says, "Well, gee, what's that?" Because they were still trying to find a location for him. And they said, "Well, that's Chavez Ravine." And they said, "If you want it, you can have it." You know how much he bought that entire land for? In 1957, he bought the entire land. You ready for this? For $1.
Damn.
That's how much the county wanted to get rid of that land and put it privatized. And so when he bought the land,
Somebody else's problem.
yep, when he bought the land, he evicted all the Latin people, bulldozed their homes, and created Dodger Stadium. So from 1957 to Fernando Mania in 1981, you couldn't find a Latin person that would go inside Dodger Stadium because to them, you just destroyed their home. So Fernando Mania was bigger than the game. If that makes any sense to you now, but
Well, that's a great story. See, that's why I can appreciate bring the history. Um,
yeah, thank you.
you know,
Yeah, that
you know,
that one was
without
tough though.
Fernando, there's no Puig, and I loved Puig.
Yeah, and that one was tough because Don Sutton. Most people don't recognize Don Sutton as a Dodger. You and I don't because when you and I remember him, he was an Angel. He played for several different teams, but he made his career with the Dodgers, just like Bill Buckner made his career with the Dodgers. But
But will forever be known. I'm not. Yeah.
yeah, it gets by Buckner, right? Everybody thinks he's a Red Sox that can't field a ground ball, but he was
I mean, there's a lot of doing a little background for this. I mean, there's a lot of well-known people that played for the Dodgers organization.
Mhm.
Just like a lot of people out there are Astros, you Astro haters. There's probably one on your team and you don't even know about it.
Yeah, no, there's a lot of similarities of players that have played for both Houston and LA and or have ties to Houston and LA. And so yeah, no, it's
Six
uh
degrees of separation.
yeah, it is. I mean, when the Colt 45 came into existence, remember that's something hot. That's something new. It's a new team. It's a new city, and they're going to play in this incredible dome where, the likes of something we've never seen before.
Well, they had to, because when the Colts started, they were playing outdoors, and
Hmm.
the play 100 degrees with 100% humidity is not conducive to good baseball. So
No.
that's why the eighth wonder of the world, the Houston Astrodome, was so ahead of its time. You know, an air conditioned ballpark.
And by the way, Dave, you just said the one thing that I wish that Minute Maid would get. Can you all get some air conditioning in your joint, please?
It's not cold enough for you over there, man.
Dude, last time I went, it was a sauna. Go look at Juice Box's last post. She says the one thing I wish I could get is air conditioning in a Minute Maid. And she goes to how many games a year? I mean, come on. It gets warm in that building.
We got it. I think just the way that it's built, we're leaking air out of the roof somewhere. You know,
Well,
I, or
rumor has
maybe I don't sit in the most, like, you got to sit in the more expensive seats to get the good AC. I'm still in the cheap seats, so
yeah.
I bring the old portable fan with me.
So rumor has it that Jim Crane just did something amazing, but it's going to cost him $75 million. Yeah. So Bally's South is no longer, right?
Yeah,
And so didn't he just create his own TV station so the Astros can stay on TV?
yeah.
So it's going to cost him $75 million his first year.
Well, but see, that's also tied in with Tillman Fertitta, who's the owner of the Rockets. I
Mhm.
think they're partners on this because the Rockets are on there. It's Space City Sports, or something like that.
Yeah, exactly. But
That's a big thing. I go ahead, go
no,
ahead,
no,
go ahead.
go ahead. You were saying?
I hate that. I mean, this is a huge, large market. You know, the fourth largest in the country, arguably the third. We're battling Chicago for it. Um, but why wouldn't the games be on, your regularly syndicated television? You know what I'm saying? Like, make it free for everybody. I don't get that. You know,
Yeah.
I'm not sure how work. If you have to be a cable subscriber to have that, or if you're up in the tri-state New York area there, if you just get that, or how that works. But I know Cubs games are on local TV down there in Chicago and have been forever. But yeah, I just, you're trying to get people to watch it. You want to get kids to play it. Stop making them have to pay a bill to watch it.
Yeah. No, the business of baseball has always gotten in the way of baseball itself, right? I mean, we talked history a second ago I mean, those were some great players that you brought up. But we talked history a second ago. And I mean, there's some great documentaries out there, but can you imagine if you're sitting at home on a winter day, right? And or a fall day, let's say, and it's November, and you get a knock on your door, and it's Yogi Berra trying to sell you a refrigerator, or Jackie Robinson, or Duke Snyder, or because these guys didn't make enough money during the season, they still had to work in the off season, even with their endorsements and things like that. They didn't make enough money. So imagine if that was your day, right? So now these guys just buy refrigerate instead of selling refrigerators, they just buy companies that make them, with their 300-400 million contracts. So yeah, but it
I
was
mean, I get it. You got to turn a profit, but
yeah,
whatever. As long as I can get one of them deals for Alex Bregman down here that Shohei got, let's defer it and pay him like 30 years from now. I'm fine with that.
yeah. Well, I've talked
Yeah.
to Alex Bregman recently. I didn't send him a voicemail. I talked to him, and he's looking for 35 million per season, and he wants a 15-year deal. And he wants Sunday night dinners at Big Dave's house. And I told him the Astros are going to pay you, but the dinners at Big Dave's house are probably off the table.
But okay. Because I mean, those are the only people that I know that spend money whimsically like that for no reason. As long as he doesn't end up in pinstripes, I'll be fine.
Yeah, I told him you dropped the Sunday night dinners at Dave's and you got a shot. But Sunday night dinner, every Sunday, 52 weeks.
Dude, that's a hard ticket to get, man. I mean, the guest list is immense. I've
Yeah.
got heads of state, I've got former presidents just dying to come pick my brain. Yeah, Bella knows. Don't think that I'm putting this to bed. I'm going to have to go do some more homework because you just, like I said, you tap danced through my minefield a little too easily. Okay, I didn't get the gut punch that I was going for.
Bring it.
Um, so I
Bring it.
got a feeling though, being the baseball savant that you are, that by making it strictly Dodgers, I kind of pinholed myself. So I think I'm gonna have to go multi-league, multi-team, multi-generation. Put your feather in your cap for the day. I did not
Nope.
stump
No
the
problem.
Schwab.
Listen, Bill won, Big Dave. Well, still trying to get one. No, I'm teasing. So I did ask one on the Battle for New York podcast, and I'm going to ask it to you and see what you would say on start one, bench one, cut one. You ready?
Oh, now I'm back on the hot seat. See that?
No, no, no,
Okay.
no. And I'll tell you what I did on this one. Okay, but here it is. You ready? And now, mind you, I had a huge Aaron Judge fan on here.
Yeah.
Okay, so I said Babe Ruth, Mickey Mantle, Aaron Judge. Start one, bench one, cut one.
That's easy to a non-Yankee fan. It's even
Exactly.
easier to Houston Astro fan.
Go
I
ahead.
would cut that horse tooth looking fool, Aaron Judge. Okay.
But then who are you going to
I
start, Mickey or
I'm
Barry?
benching the
I mean,
boozer. I'm
Ruth.
benching the with the Mick, man.
Okay. Yeah, that's the direction I went to. That's the direction I
I
went.
share a birthday with Mickey Mantle, October 20th. So
There you go.
me and the Mick go way back.
So the other day, some pictures that, oops, you can't see that. I found some pictures.
You have to hold it in front of yourself. No, there you go. Oh well.
Here, I'm gonna take the video off.
Dave.
So the other day, I found some pictures that my grandmother had left for me from her second husband, who was a huge Yankee fan, and so he had this picture um, signed by Bobby something or other. He was the MVP in 1952. But then I'm going through these pictures. I'm looking at these things. I'm going, wait a second, wait a second. Ready for this? Sandy Koufax, golf tournament,
Oh
1967.
wow.
Tom Harmon and Jim Taylor, Redskins and Rams, same golf tournament. Sandy Koufax, same golf tournament. Johnny Unitas, same golf tournament. You know who that is?
Let's say hey. I can't see.
Yep, Willie Mays, same golf
Nice.
tournament. Mickey Mantle, same golf tournament. I don't want to know what
Man,
it cost to be at that golf tournament. I do.
that golf tournament, you probably had to know somebody to get in. I think that was by invite only. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah, and I want to know who took these pictures because I mean, that lineup right there, Johnny Unitas, Mickey Mantle. I mean, remember Mickey Mantle's coming towards the end of his career in '67, right? But not so much for Sandy Koufax.
you
Sandy
might want to
Koufax,
check your your grandma's second husband may have had mob ties, bro. I might want to check into that because like that's you don't just go to that see that many people that up close, man. Back in the '60s, no, bro.
no, it was yeah, it was insane. So I'm cleaning out my office and I see this picture again and I'm thinking, oh, well, wait a second. Well, that's kind of cool. And then I'm feeling the back and I'm like, wait a second, there's other pictures in here. Willie Mays. I'm like, oh my gosh, this is insane. This is awesome. So
So yeah.
yeah, the two guys that were banned from baseball for life, Willie Mays and Mickey Mantle. So well, Dave, nice effort. I appreciate the effort, but again,
Yeah, no, no, no. I'll go
yeah,
on and chalk. You got me on this one, Bill. I didn't stump you. I didn't make you swallow your gum. So there. Don't say I didn't. Maybe I'll
listen,
have to rehash this when we're in Vegas. We'll have to have a talk about this over a nice sparkling water. Um,
that's sparkling water.
but
Yeah,
key word in that is Vegas. Okay, it is official. I am booked, signed, sealed, delivered. I got a plane trip. I got a roof over my head. I even got some spiffy duds for Friday night. Okay, so if you want to come out and hang out with Big Bill, with Big Dave, with Mets Meg, baseball side shit. Don't get me in trouble there. But yeah, go right now and book your tickets exclusively at TopFanRivalry.com. Okay, use the discount code Big Dave, BIGDAVE. Save 10% on your locker room access. It'll also save you 10% on all merchandise. But better yet, once you get into the locker room, you can take advantage of some
great
deals
club.
there for the Fan Fest.
So Dave, did you know? Let's see if you know any of these names that will be there. Mets Meg, obviously, baseball sidekick, Juicebox Jackie,
Yep.
U.S.
Juice
Marine,
box in the house.
yep, U.S. Marine Castillo,
Okay.
Eric, Eric,
I know Eric.
okay.
Chop House Thomas is going to be there, I believe.
He actually is not. He will
Oh
not
no.
be. He was going to be, but he had a family situation. Um, let's see. Houston Sports Girl will be there. Danny.
Danny.
Laz will be there.
Yes.
Fitted Bartender will be there.
Jay and Adrian in the house.
That's right. Let's
H-Town is going to be well represented. So all you other cities out there, if you just don't want to hear about Astros propaganda, you better get to Vegas, okay? Because there's going to be a whole lot of orange going on.
So right now, teams that are represented that are going: Astros,
Mm-hmm.
Dodgers,
Mm.
Rangers,
Eh.
Padres,
Mm.
Phillies.
Mm.
Trying to think here. Phillies, Diamondbacks, White
What was
Sox,
the first one again?
Dodgers.
No, the first one.
Oh, the other first one, Astros.
There you go. I just had to hear it again. You had said too many sorry names there.
Ah,
Yeah. No, look, I digress. I can't wait to see everybody. Yes, I will be giving out free hugs. The first one is free. Okay. The second one, I'm sorry, due to contractual requirements, I do have to charge you a subsidiary fee. However, do topless karaoke. It's going to be a blast. Okay.
we're doing what now?
Topless karaoke. I got you the Dodger tassels and everything, bro. We're ready to go.
That I'll be sick that day. I'll be sick that day, but you know what? You can get Eric to do that for me.
There you go. We'll
Or
go on and
or
get the.
Danny or Mikey. Oh, Danny and Mikey or other folks that'll be there.
There
So
you go. More Dodger guys. So far, I don't think we've gotten the Yankee people
yes, we do.
coming. So,
Yes, we do.
oh, we do.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm
Yes, we
sorry. Well, that's okay. I'll hug you anyway. You need
oh,
a hug.
oh, anyway. Yeah, so it looks like right now, because of flight information and because of things crazy for people trying to get off work and things like that, it looks like we're going to have about 60 people on the first night, and then we'll have more during the second night. But the Skyfall location, are you kidding me? It's going to be amazing.
Yeah.
Absolutely amazing.
I'm going to be pushing it. I'm getting in town a little later than I wanted, but I had to find a nonstop flight that works for us. My wife's not big. There's no way I'm getting her off one and back into another one on the same trip. So,
Well,
so you
you
know,
you took the flight that I recommended, so that didn't surprise me. That
yeah,
didn't surprise me. Which, by the way, an Uber ride away from it's 10 minutes.
yeah,
It's
no,
literally 10 minutes.
yeah.
So
And where I'm staying at, I had a little mishap with my Airbnb. They canceled on me. However, I was able to find a very reasonable rate at the Luxor, which is right there. So
I was just going to say that, yeah. So, and the Luxor is connected to Mandalay Bay and Delano. So,
yeah, and the Luxor is a 4-star hotel. So if you're looking for places, check out the Luxor. Sure, they can
now,
take care.
do you want to do what I did with Megan? Do you want to go for a little walk with me while we're there?
Yeah,
Okay, I took Megan on a little walk. We went 11 miles in one day. So, you want to go for a little walk?
that's not a little walk, Bill.
Yeah, it
They
is.
call me Big Dave for a reason. It's not just because of all the brain space I have here. Okay, I'm a big guy here. Okay, hey Bill. Now unless there's a Segway involved, 11 miles ain't happening.
That's what Megan said afterwards. She's like, I gotta get a massage. My calves are
I'm on
burning me.
vacation. Look, when I go on vacation, I do not go on vacation and go on excursions. I went to Mexico. I didn't go see the ruins. I didn't want to climb up a bunch of stairs. As beautiful as they were, I'm not exercising on vacation. So you tell me where you want to end up at on that walk. I'll catch an Uber. I'll meet you there. I'll have you a coffee ready or something, or a sparkling water.
Perfect. Awesome. Oh, too much fun. All right, Dave, I think we did a good job for this episode.
Yeah, for it being a holiday episode, we could have just easily phoned it in, put out in the washes. We'll be back on a holiday sabbatical. But you know what? It's like working out. I feel glad we got in here. We got the reps in. And we actually are on time for once, I think. Well, actually,
I
no, we're
think
still
so.
over.
Can you believe
Yeah.
that?
Yeah. Well, no, not really. Where's the timer at? We're a little over, but that's
Eh,
okay.
yeah.
The Amber, I'm sorry. Our producer's just always on me about that. However, it's hard to stop me talking. Okay. It's just, that's why you got to come to Vegas. Okay. I keep getting shut down here. Let me tell you, Big Dave in Vegas will be uncut, uncensored. Okay. Leave the kids at home. It's HBO time. It's not PBS. Bill cannot keep the bridles on me anymore. So y'all come out to Vegas, come out to Fan Fest. Um, Bill, Amber, and the whole and Meg set of activities for us planned. Well worth every penny. And more than that, we get to hang out with people that we really enjoy the company of. You guys, I can't say it enough. Bill, Amber, Merry Christmas to you guys. Meg, Merry Christmas to you. Danny, Mikey, Val, Stadium Chasing Halo, like all of y'all, man. Love y'all. Merry Christmas to everybody. Top fan, everybody watching the show. Merry Christmas. You guys be safe. Okay. Happy New Year. Because I don't think we're gonna get another New Year show in before then. So allow me to tip the cap and say Happy New Year. But man, Top Fan has been such a blessing for me this year. It's definitely one of the highlights in the last 12 months is meeting these wonderful cast of characters that I am proud to call my friends. So thank you guys.
Thank
Thank you
you.
from the bottom of my big heart.
Thank you. You've been fantastic, and it's been great to, as I've said before on shows, and I'll continue to say, as a Dodger fan going into Houston this year, I thought, hmm, but I had interviewed so many Houston fans, and it seemed right. I got into Houston and saw nothing but love, nothing but love. And so it's hard to not go back. It's hard not to be that guy that is back all the time. So thank you. Much love to you, Dave.
Hey man, and if you look over the horizon, I see some great things in 2024. Okay. There's going to be some minor league games. There's going to be a lot of major league games. I definitely going to get out to LA and experience a Dodger game in person. I'm going to warn you, Dodger fans, don't jump on me. Don't come over here trying to fight me. All right. Because I got a lawyer on retainer. So just play fair, play nice. You can give me all the trash talk you want, but keep your hands off me because I know you guys like to jump on people. And if you jump on Big Dave, you better pack a lunch.
You better pack a
And
lunch.
I got my boy Mikey Bleeds Blue on my side. And Mikey don't play. So, and then if we got Danny, he'll give you your last rites and it's over. Okay. So
That's right. You're breaking it down perfect. It's awesome. It's awesome. All right, all happy New Year, Merry Christmas. We'll get you at the first part of the year. You're going to see a lot of content coming from Can of Corn. You're going to see a lot of content. Make sure that Dave's got some groups that he also belongs to where he does lives. Just make sure you're catching that stuff. Dave is a good dude. And one of the things about Top Fan that has made me feel very, very proud inside about is the fact that we've met so many fantastic people and we've got this great community. So, Big D, Happy New Year, Merry Christmas to you, and let's do it again at the beginning of the year.
Merry Christmas, man. Go hug an Astros fan today, okay? It's been a long year for us.
I'll talk to you later.
Later, man. Go Stros.